Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Angela Norman. I'm the Market Director of the Lane County Farmers Market, for those of you who are just joining us. Was that for me?
Hell yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it either way. And the market opens tomorrow. It's that time of the year again. Yay! Yay! Wind permitting, and we'll see what happens with this wind that they're telling us might appear tomorrow. But come down and not only, we love that you come and support your local artists, and come down tomorrow and support your local farmers. That's what we do here in Eugene. We support local. I love it. So tonight we're here to talk to Eric Sangren, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his paintings. And Eric, I just have a few questions for you.
Sure.
I'm really wondering about what inspires you in each of these pieces. And do you have a general inspiration? When you're at a landscape, what is it that catches your eye and inspires you?
Well, John Marin had a better answer for that than I. John Marin is a great American modern painter, and he said, well, you go out and you make your bow to the landscape, and then you wait for the landscape to bow back, and then you can paint. So it's some kind of indescribable little response that a painter has. And it's one of the great things about our summer painting out with groups of people too, is to see how everybody bows to the landscape in a different way, and maybe the landscape bows back. So some of these places, my inspiration is place. The Oregon coast is what mostly Karin has chosen. And it's such a privilege to be in the group of people that this gallery represents for Eugene and also to the whole region. Regional used to be a kind of a term of disapprobation in the world of art, but I think it's having new life as people recognize what a wonderful place we live and how inspiring the places are. So yeah, I would say my inspiration is the landscape itself, and the painters that I grew up with, including Peg and Mark and my father and Makash and other people who have shown at this gallery. And Humberto Gonzalez is a painter here tonight. Vince Cole's a painter here tonight. And so that's part of my inspiration too. An artist isn't just about the thing that he or she is talking about. It's about the whole milieu and the group of artists and the style that we work in, and all that kind of develops together. So I'd say it's a twin inspiration, really.
Nice, I like that. Yeah. And tell us a little bit about your creative process. So do you paint in spurts? Do you paint regularly? Is it a practice for you, or is it when it strikes you and you just have to paint and get out there outside?
Well, I was kind of raised in the school of painters that are like William Thackeray as a writer. He went to work every day. He thought an artist ought to work like a cobbler. You just go to your bench and you hammer it out. And the truth is, with painting, some days you have better days than others. But if you're not at the bench, you're not there to take advantage of it. So I'm one of those people that pretty much works every day. And I'm not necessarily proud of that. It's just I'm not a nice person unless I get to wet my brush and fling a little color around. So I try to do that most days, really. And then some of these paintings came out that I'm looking around the room, and I can see some were lucky enough to kind of come out in the moment after a few hours of work. And a lot of them I've been working on and off on for 5 or 10 years, actually. The dates are on the back. That's why we don't date them on the front. So good days and bad days, and the thing is to just keep at it with the joy and the whole, I don't know, feeling grateful that you have the circumstances to devote to something like art, like painting. So it's been a privilege.
And do you go out just on your own, or do you go with a group? What's your preference there?
Well, they both have their advantages. I think we learn a lot as painters. I mean, if you look at a movie, look at how many people it takes to make a movie. And in a way, it takes a lot of people to make a painting too, because we've all had teachers and co-painters and people that have given us critiques, and this show wouldn't even have been matted properly without my wife. So here's the Catherine Cotton.
That's fantastic. And does anyone here have any questions for Eric? Yeah?
Yes, Eric, you referenced some paintings coming out really quickly and some more laboriously. Could you give us a couple of examples of, excuse me, what you're speaking of there?
Well, this one right here began as a watercolor, and then at some point I think I deemed it a failed watercolor. I have a bunch of those. And pitched into it with some acrylic and some gouache over the top, and so long after the fact of being on the beach. Whereas this one over here of Seal Rock was pretty much of the day, you know. And I think the important thing is that the judgment about which ones, for me, the judgment of which ones work and maybe which ones don't work so well, that happens over time, even if it's a quick painting.
Right.
You know, so, and how many seconds does it take, like somebody like Wynton Marsalis or Charlie Parker to lay down a good riff? You know, it's like, as long as it takes, maybe 15 seconds and what, 30 years of playing? Yeah. So it's kind of the time thing is kind of difficult to construe.
Sure.
Certainly, I don't have a formula about it. I just take what I can.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And what about that completion moment? Like, what is it that you sense inside of you to know that it's complete?
Well, I wish I knew the answer to that. I don't have I've done a little bit of programming and math. I hate almost arithmetic, nothing more than arithmetic. But, you know, those things have aha moments, and you realize when they've come together and you go, yeah, that's it. And paintings, not so much. They just kind of drop out, and then I look at them for a while, and the ones that don't bother me are the ones that make it into the shows, and then I just keep pegging on the others.
Any other questions? Yeah.
Do you prefer, which medium do you prefer, or do you not have a preference?
Well, I love aqueous media, really, and so I think that is everything that it has, for which the solvent is water: egg tempera, gouache, watercolor, acrylic. And every once in a while, there are a couple oils in the show. I do an oil too, and maybe I just don't know how to handle them, but I just want to assure myself that I'm not missing anything with that medium. But I think it's wonderful for a painter to work in different media, and one effort criticizes another. They don't all have to turn out so well. But I love the water media. It never quite stays where you put it. And I need the accidents.
Did you have a question?
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to draw?
My favorite
So the question
thing
is,
to draw.
what is your favorite thing to draw?
Flies. I draw flies. I draw curtains very well too. And I draw, every once in a while I can draw a crowd. And so that may be my very favorite thing. So thank you.
Any other questions? Fantastic. Go ahead and take a look around. And we'll be doing a drawing for tickets to Eugene Ballet's Here Ghent performance next week. So Mary Ann, if you can wave your hand, she's in the back there. Find her and fill out a ticket if you'd like to be included in that drawing. And we'll be doing that in about 8 minutes. Thank you, everyone.
Speaking of drawing.